you come down, it wants to go too much that way. You keep that a little more over here, then bring it, it's a little easier to bring it a little more straight.
Because you don't have space except to go that way, so keep the space.
It's like Sevi. Sevi thought the swing had too much of this angle. Then when he came down like here, it started dropping off. You want to do the reverse, you might want to drop it this way. You want to get this 90-degree angle, and then let it increase from there to this way. Sevi already had the big leg, and then he came down. Look at the European logo. That's Sevi's left arm to the club shot. Sevi, the swing they have now, that's Sevi's swing. There's too much pushback. His left arm is way too much pushback. Too much. It's almost 20 degrees. It's almost like holding this.
Does that have anything to do with the extensor action of the right arm?
What Sevi was doing?
Well, fixing.
Yeah, this right here.
Just pushing on this heel pad.
Kelly said the right arm is always striving to remain straight. Backswing. Right. So this is a major problem that Sevi had in Europe. If you do the school, I'll bring some of the Sevi things down. In Paris in 1999. Every shaft is like right here. You got to get that thing up there. Okay? There's two arms up there. Because you got to keep that left arm. You got to keep that left arm off that chest. Like this. Now, Payne Stewart did this. Payne, you look at Payne's pictures. You look at him over here, like everybody else. These guys are up here like this. When you hit those 2 and 3 irons, you want to get that ball up there. You got to get that. So this gets over here like this. You got to keep that left arm off the chest. Now my picture right here, you look right here, and I'm like this. This goes too far that way, now the arm gets on the chest, and you start coming over here and you're stuck. It's really nice. So in that case, you see my right elbow will go that way. Up to P5, and I'm going to come down to P6, and I'm going to come back same place. Now let's have a shift to 5 degrees to the right. I get to the top, I sit up and address the wrist, 1, 2, up. You're still going to come out. My left arm about 5 degrees inside here. Got it? Up parallel, come. And I'm going to come out from there, and it's by a couple inches. Then it is off the right. It goes out, let's say this goes in 14 inches. Little C up out to the right, comes out about 12 inches. It's almost the same. That's it. They're almost identical. What? Yeah. Vertical. Just trying to go vertical as much as you can. Then you got to release your pelvis to come up. And then, eventually, if you just keep coming all the way here like this, your shoulders will level out. You have to get the right shoulder to come up. They say it's coming over the top. Or whatever you want. You went in, so you got to go out. Right? And if you do one more thing, I'll show you. Go top this one. If I go, I'll point this right here. There's no watch. If I go top my swing here, now P4 to P5. Now look at this. I went out here, let's say 10 inches. Then I went down here 6 inches. You guys get that? P4, P5. I went out more, I went down. So if you're going to go more out, the physics wants to throw everything off that way. So then once you go P4, P5, now the right elbow is going to straighten down, and the right shoulder is going to come vertical. I'll drive everything down to P6. Right shoulder still has to keep going vertical. Pelvis has to keep going upward. Because watch, if you go more outward, physics wants to throw this that way. That's the outward, so I got to force that to get down. I do that P4 to P5, and the right elbow. The space, it's right flexion to the right elbow, P4, P5 stays the same. P4, P5. That stays the same. The only difference, the gap here narrows, less narrow. P4 to P5, this doesn't change. This angle will change. This will change like this, but not this flexion. That does not change P4 to P5. It does not change. Here. Okay. Then it takes P4 to P5, P5 to P6. Then it changes. It brings it back. So the right elbow, you got to straighten out the downswing, but you don't straighten it out until P5. You know why? If you do this, if you go P4 out to P5, like this, you come here, boom, comes like this, lower in this, that's deltoid. If I go tricep, P4 to P5, like this, the hands move on a circle delivery path. And your club gets lost too.
Is there any time where that delivery path is good if you're not trying, I mean, you might do that if you're really trying to hit it high.
Not that early. You don't change it till 5 to 6.
4. Okay.
Okay, don't change it. The key here again, if the right elbow, tricep right, straightens out too early, you lose your leg too early. That's what the average guy does. He tries to straighten the right elbow too early. He's got to hold it. He's got to hold it, and the elbow's got to close that gap. It's got from P4. That's the secret move on golf, P4 to P5. This gap has to narrow. It's like throwing a baseball. Baseball, you keep the angle, then you go. If you go like this too early, then you throw the ball right in the ground. So the barrel's good. See? So you got to get that gap in a 90-degree angle, P4, P5 like this. If you go the other way, you're going to get really jammed. Really jammed. Some guys do that. A few players on the top come down like this, and you see them getting more jammed like this. A few guys have done it. Not good. That is the absolute law about P4 to P5. You're up here like this gap has to, look at the changes. This here, P4 to P5, this narrows, deltoid fires, this is the lower, then the tricep, P5 to P6. And you gotta straighten the right elbow out, tricep, and look at, there's just sequence, P5, right to P6. And then it goes, right wrist at P6, 85 degrees bent. You want to see P, it's out here like this. Now P6 to P7, the right wrist goes from 85 degrees down to 20, right where you're addressed. If you set up neutral position, ball back, let's say P2, I want to come right down here, and I got to go just right back here, then I have to release that angle right where I was at the wrist. Then I have to make sure the pivot keeps going like this. If I slow that down, it goes like that. And I should have to go like this.
So the higher you want to hit the ball, if you keep moving it up, you're going to have to keep that right shoulder moving forward faster.
Forward. It goes forward and forward quickly.
Yeah.
The only way you can do that, the weight's got to transfer, you got to reach the pelvis. You got to get there like this. And the head's got to go away. That's called a pivot train. How do we call it a pivot train? Pivot train. The whole train's got to keep pivoting. Be able to keep the line of compression, keep going like that, everything's got to keep moving. So one of the ways you stay relaxed, you got to keep moving all the way through. I call it right shoulder through.